Good evening, students. Welcome back to Next Gen Online Tuition. Let's explore our fresh topic, rational numbers. So, what is our rational number? Before going to rational number, we need to have the basics of some of the other numbers like natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, right? What is a natural number? When I ask you to find the value of x plus 5 equal to 50, what will you do? Obviously, you take the value of, you take 5 to the other side. 15 plus 5 will become minus 5. So, now the value is 10. So, what are these numbers? 10, 15, 5 are all natural numbers. So, if I prefix 0 with a natural number, I get the collection of whole numbers. Collection of positive and negative integers form a integers. That is, in a number line, one, 2, 3 till infinity, I have natural numbers. If I prefix 0, I call it as whole numbers. If I have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, so these collection, here also the n goes up to infinity. It is endless. So these collection of positive and negative numbers forms an integer. So, if I ask you to find the value of x in this equation, so now 5 minus 21, the value is 16. It takes the greater number sign, that is minus. So, minus 16 is the one of an integer. Now, our topic, rational number. What is it? A rational number is in the form of p divided by q, where q must not be a 0. It's our basic condition for a number to be a rational number. So in this equation, 8x is equal to 9. I got the value as x is equal to 9 by 8. Okay, but all the numbers, natural number, whole number and integer, everything is a rational number only. How? 5 is a natural number. So, if I write 5 as 5 by 1, now it is a rational number. Obviously, minus 3. I can write it as minus 3 by 1. Now, this is also a rational number. So, all my natural numbers, whole numbers, integers also can be written in the form of rational numbers. Let's get into our next topic. Closure property. What is the closure property? If I add two numbers, the answer must be also, if I add two rational number, my answer must be a rational number. That is, the sum of two rational number is again a rational number. So, this property satisfies, closure property is satisfied for rational number during addition, subtraction. Product of two rational number is also a rational number only. 3 by 2 multiplied by 5 is 15 by 2 is again a rational number. So multiplication is also satisfied. Division. If I divide two rational numbers, my quotient is also a rational number again. How? 5 by 6 divided by 2. How I divide these two numbers? 5 by 6 multiplied by 1 by 2. Here the division sign got reversed, so it is multiplied and the 2 by 1 is reversed, that is 1 by 2. Now the answer is 5 by 12 is again a rational number. But one condition is 5 by 0 is not closed under division, as we cannot divide a number 0. That we basically know. Commutativity. What is commutativity? Rational number addition is commutative. 3 plus 2 equal to 2 plus 3. This is for normal integer. For rational number, how I add? 5 by 3 plus 3 by 3 is 8 by 3. Alright. If the denominator is same, I can directly add the numerator. This is our basic fractional addition. So this property is also satisfied in adding to rational number. Subtraction, but a minus b is not equal to b minus a. Right. 5 minus 3. 3 minus 5. Here 2. Here minus 2. So not equal. Same condition apply for rational numbers also. Multiplication, rational number multiplication is commutative. If I multiply a multiplied by b, the answer satisfies b multiplied by a also. Division, a by b is not equal to b by a. I can't divide. Our next property is associativity. Associativity is nothing but adding the number in any order. That is 3 plus 5 plus 6. If I add first 5 plus 6 and adding 5 plus 6 answer is 11. If I add 11 and 3, I get 14. Instead, first I add 3 plus 5 and then I add 6 also. 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 6 is 14. This is satisfied. So the addition doesn't matter for any kind of properties. Subtraction, a minus b minus c is not equal to a minus b minus c. Alright. Multiplication. It satisfies the multiplication also. Rational number multiplication is commutative. And division. Rational number division is not commutative. We can't get the equal value for a by b by c, for a by b by c. This you get clarified if I do a sum. There is a sum I am going to solve using two of the property, commutative and distributive. By that time you will get a clarity. Additive and multiplicative identity. What is identity? In general words, what you say identity means similar. That is, the answer must be same. Additive identity for whole numbers, integers and rational number is 0. How? 5 plus dash equal to 5. The number is identical. But I have to add something. So which value which doesn't change the value of the sum? 0. 5 plus 0. Any number added with 0, the answer is the sum is the same number. For multiplicative identity, I have to multiply a number, but it should not change the product. Which number it could be? 5 into 1 is always the same number. Inverse and reciprocal. Negative or additive inverse of a rational number is the same number with opposite sign. What does it mean? That is, negative or additive inverse. So the additive inverse of 5 is minus 5. If I add these two numbers, my result must be 0. So the additive inverse of 5 is minus 5. 3 by 2 is minus 3 by 2. What happens if I get a negative value? Additive inverse of minus 3 is 3, and minus 6 by 5 is 6 by 5. So my result has to be 0. Which number will make my result 0 is the negative sign of the same number. Reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of a rational number. What does it mean? 6. What is the multiplicative inverse of 6? 1 by 6. My answer must be 1. Right? If I have minus 5, it must be 1 by 5. My answer is again 1 here. This is how we have the two properties like inverse and local. Okay. Distributive of multiplication over addition. What does it mean? I split a product as a sum or difference of two products. A into B plus C. A into B plus C. What I do? First I multiply AB, then I multiply AC. The sign remains same. AB plus AC. Similar cases for negative sign also. Right. Let's get into the first problem of your textbook. Exercise 1.1, page number 14. So, what does this sum ask ourselves? Using appropriate properties, find. So, what I have to do first? I have to do first I have to check for similar fractions. Which two are the similar fraction here? 3 by 5 minus 3 by 5. Okay. So, this 3 by 5 and minus 3 by 5 is my common factor here. This makes one pair and this 2 makes another pair. Okay. So, I have to rearrange and write first. Minus 2 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 5 minus 3 by into 1 by 6 plus 5 by 2. So now I take this plus 5 by 2 along with the sign at the last, and these two are next to each other. Now I take 3 by 5 common outside. What is the common sign for 3 by 5? If I multiply these two fraction, my result sign will be minus. Here also minus. So I take minus outside. Now the remaining fraction is 2 by 3. Here what I have? 1 by 6. Already I have taken minus. So here I put the sign plus. If I put minus here, it will change this value. Minus into minus, plus here. It should not change. So I put plus here. Plus 5 by 2. Now I take LCM for this enclosed fraction. If I take 3 and 6 LCM, what I get? 6. So I have to multiply this 2 with what number? 2. 2 into 2, 4. Here 6 one time. So 1 into 1 is 1. Now I add the numerator. What is minus 1 and plus 5? 4. Denominator remains same. The final answer for this sum is 2. Thank you, and please contact for the live class registration NextGen online tuition in the number mentioned here. Thank you, students. Good evening, students. Welcome back to NextGen online tuition.